first draft of No Dumping Allowed. Roots and Routes. The phone rang and it was Lynn. She was upset again with her boyfriend, Kevin. I hate him, sissy. I've got to dump him soon. Something mean and rude popped in my head. I wanted to say it, but I didn't know if she could handle it. Then I thought of something I heard Dr. Phil say. The number one reason why men don't commit is because you're going to get the milk free. Why buy the cow? So I decided to say it. Most women are just a dump hole for men to copulate in. Then I took a deep breath and waited for her to come back. I think at first she was shocked, and I was so blunt at the same time she was offended that I could even say something so unladylike that would imply that her beloved Kevin was just using her for sex. She responded defensively with, Kevin isn't using me, I'm using him. Then a whole discussion started on her debating whether or not Kevin was using her. And I finally said, relationships are just like a business. When you consider purchasing a business, don't you want to know if the business is first a liability or an asset? Well, it's the same thing. Then I asked her, now honestly, have you come up or down since you've been with Kevin? I came up. I never had to go to checkpoint once since we've been together. He always pays for my gas and food. Girl, please, you call that coming up? If anything, he's dragging you down by using your body all up. Not to mention all the wear and tear on your car by driving him around all the time. What, are you just afraid you won't find anybody else? Look how big you got since you've been with him. When people are happy, Lynn, in relationships, they come up, not down, even if it's looking better or rising up to a higher spiritual level. From what I noticed, ever since you and Kevin got together, it's been nothing but a liability to you. Look how he sucks you dry, and now you haven't even returned to school like you planned to. All you do is hang out with him doing nothing all day. He's really not my boyfriend anyways, and as soon as he pays me back the money he owes me for going to checkpoint loans for him, I'm out of here. I don't know how many times she says this. I wonder, will she ever realize that she's wasting her time? Okay, girl, I've got to go and get to the library and finish my research for my novel before they close. Let's go to breakfast tomorrow. All right, I'll meet you the same time, same place. Bye. After I get off the phone, my mom laughed out loud while she's reading the News Tribune. What's so funny, Mom? This Dear Abby, do you want to read it? Yes, the headline reads, Vanishing Boyfriend Isn't Really There. It says, Dear Abby, I'm so confused. 3 months ago, I met and began dating a wonderful guy I'll call Jason. When Jason and I are together, it makes me feel not only beautiful but special and important. Even though I've known him for only a few months, my feelings for him are stronger than they've been for anyone. The reason why I'm mixed up is because when Jason and I are together, we have so much fun. But when he leaves, it's sometimes a week or two or before I hear from him again. When I call him, I get no answer. I always leave a message, but no immediate call back. When Jason finally does call, his excuse is he went to New York to visit his mother. I have made it clear how worried I get because he doesn't call to tell me he's leaving town. He also knows I have become insecure when I can't reach him. I'm at a point where I'm beginning to wonder if he's really going out of town to visit Mother. I think he might be seeing someone else. I have never been invited to his place. Should I give up on him or hang in there? Abby, how can I be sure my fears of insecurities aren't because of my trust issues with men, insecure and confused in Knoxville, Tennessee? I couldn't wait to read Dear Abby's response. Immediately I felt she should dump him because it was clear to me right off the bat that the guy was just using her for sex. Notice how she didn't mention the fun activities they do with her or her daughter, because I get the funny feeling that their fun times were all spent in the bedroom. Of course, she makes her feel beautiful, special, and important right when he's about to get some. What's important is, does he make you feel that way when he's not up under you? Men are funny in that way because when they first meet you, they make you feel special, and then all of a sudden it stops. I wish I had a dime for every time I watch Divorce Court and the man and woman says, well, he treated me good at first. People will be on their best behavior at first, but once we think we got you, we let our hair down. Unsure and confused, first clue should have been that if he's not returning your call, obviously he's with another woman. What guy doesn't call you if he really likes you? If anything, they call too much when they like you. Miss Unsure and Confused, sorry to say you're a booty call. If you're wondering what Dear Abby is reply, Dear Unsure and Confused, your gentleman friend has a secret life he hasn't shared with you, and I seriously doubt his mother has anything to do with it. Ask him to level with you, and if he doesn't, let him go. P.S. If you really think your fears and insecurities are a result of trust issues, a few sessions with a professional counselor should put them in perspective. I enjoyed Dear Abby's answer because this woman has self-esteem issues as well as also besides trust issues, and really should educate herself or seek professional help. The next morning I went to meet Lynn for breakfast. We always meet at the Silver Dollar Casino on Hosmer and order the steak and egg special. The place looks like a truck dump stop and old plastic booths. They have awful service, but they make a mean steak. That day the seats were almost all full, and we had to wait for the waitress to clear off the booth. She sat down as I told her about my new idea for a novel. I explained my suggestions about a book to empower single women of the 21st century, not to allow men to use and disrespect them for the purpose of sex only. Women need to learn how to know their self-worth and overcome low self-esteem and fear that makes them settle for being viewed by men as just a meaningless hole for dumping purposes. But don't you think dump hole is a little harsh term to use? I can't think of anything better that would express it. I think the term booty call is glamorizing too often. I'm not trying to promote this behavior, I'm trying to denote it. I go on and tell her about how I can illustrate that there is such a need for love and how the decline of love relationships has impacted our society. This book will be written to an audience of consignment women who are tired of being second-handed down. My book will help women move past the pain of being alone and urge them to walk towards strength and self-worth. So this is page 4, part 1.